Today's adventure takes us to Leesburg, Florida, and behind me is Lone Oak Cemetery, established here in 1867. The cemetery is very old. Supposedly has the first settler of Leesburg, Florida in this cemetery, so we're going to see if we can find his grave today. And we're going to do a walk through the cemetery and take a look at some of these wonderful monuments. So come join me as we explore Lone Oak Cemetery. Okay guys, welcome back for another video. Right off the bat, as we enter Lone Oak Cemetery, we have this old structure here. I believe it's one of the original structures. We see the grave of George Alfred Widdas. And who was he? He was the gunsmith to Bill Cody and Annie Oakley. And there's George right there. What a great photo. That is great. What an incredible cemetery. Let's see what this placard on this wall says. To the pioneers of the community of Leesburg and the site of the first church and the first schoolhouse. It's right here. That is quite historic. I just can't believe the condition of these tombstones here in Leesburg, Florida. Tombstones here are just so much more well preserved than they are in the Midwest. I mean, look at this. I mean, something like this in the Midwest probably wouldn't be able to read it. But here, M there, Bowling M. Mullum, 1886, 18 years old. 18 years old. Just incredible stuff here. You know, the detail is still here. You can still see the individual flowers. Midwest, this would just be like a blob. It would just be a blob. Louisa, wife of J.F. McClendon, died 1886. Here's a series of perfectly preserved monuments. Melissa, wife of James McAllister, died 1899. William McAllister, died 1876, 18 years of age. Easily read. Lizzie McClendon, Lizzie died 67, so Lizzie was what, 13 years of age, and she passed away. Martha, wife of J.J. McClendon, died in 1880. I mean, these are just like the day they were installed. Still see the dove. Carly's the name. Well, Carly didn't even make it to her first birthday, fortunately. We got Willie Scott, born 1868, died 1877 at 9 years old. You know, my last video, I said the Woodsman of America monuments you would not see here in Florida. Well, apparently I was proven wrong, because this sure looks like one. It's a tree stump. Loving memory of W.S. Pugh, P-U-G-H, born 1870, died 1895, 25 years of age. This is Hermian Lodge, number 27 down there. So I don't know if this is a woodsman or not, but it sure looks like one. I did not think they would be this far south, to be honest with you. It's interesting because you see these, like I said, I see them in the Midwest, and now I realize what they're supposed to look like. The memory of Dr. Arthur Stevender, it looks like, died 1900. Just incredible. Let's see whose obelisk this is. Memory of Sally L. Stuyvesant, died 1876 at the age of 32 years old, so not very old for Sally. Well, here's the classic ones that I like so much, and these are never in good shape when I see them, or very rarely, and these are just in great shape. Ellen Lee, born in Sumter County, 1852. Sumter County's right next door, died in Leesburg. That's where we're at, 1878. I'm sorry, 1873, so young lady. Here's Margaret Lee, born 1887. No, that's not right. Died 1873, maybe 1837. Incredible stuff, really incredible stuff here. I do want to take you over here a second. I know I'm passing up some rather nice tombstones, but this caught my eye over here. We're going to approach the monument of Thomas Marmaduke Robertson, who was the first settler in this area in 1843. How crazy is that? And right behind me here is his son, Mason John Marmaduke Robertson. You know, that guy was quite the personality. I mean, anyone with the middle name of Marmaduke, you know that guy was the life of the party, right? And this must have been John's wife, Mary Ann, 1843 to 1918. Really, really incredible. We got James Monroe over here. What caught my eye is the Confederate flag. He must have fought for the Confederacy back in the Civil War. Mary, his wife. Lone Oak is a very, very large cemetery, but if you're ever here, if you wander to the back of it, there's a separate fenced section with the fence still in great shape. And this is the older section of the cemetery. Got World War soldier Paul Dupuy, headquarters Company 58th Infantry, killed October 6, 1918 in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. That is neat, and if I can find more information on him, I'll post it. This must be his brother, James. He died in 1924. Amazing. Here's his father, Reverend Dupuy. Born 1845, died 1926. Confederate soldier, 1863, and Presbyterian minister, 1876. And then here's his wife, who passed in 1915. Really incredible stuff. As we take a walk here, cemetery on this warm April day here in Florida. It's about, I don't know, 90 degrees out here. Actually, I don't mind. Eliza Kirk Warner, Francis Victor and Mary Martha Downing, wife of Francis V. Warner. Francis V. Warner in memory of James Cooper Warner, buried Panama City. I'm not sure I'm following all that, but that's okay. I guess I don't need to. Are all three of those people on the top his wife? I don't know. Let's move on. This is a nice little tombstone. Tetty, daughter of W.B. and Janie Cotton, 1867 to 1878 for her. So sad. Doesn't matter where you are, the 1800s were rough. You get a virus or something and that was it. Very hard to overcome. There's Alice here, daughter of W.W. and T.S. Ward. Died 1897, age 17 years old. Morris, infant son, died 1899. Look at these tombs. Incredible. Really incredible. In memory of T.S. Ward, wife of W.W. Ward, 1843 to 1906. And this one is cracking. It says sacred there. The memory of Daniel Ward. That one's actually worn away a bit. 1874 it looks like. Is that Sarah Ward? Interesting. Unfortunately this one broke. There aren't too many broken ones in here, so it's odd to see one. W.W. Ward, born 1840. Let's see if we have a death date on here. 1924 death date. Melinda, wife of W.N. Goodson, 1886, born 1936 and died 1878. And just a number of tombstones in here. I mean, this is a small section of this cemetery. The older section, that's where my interest focus. Miss Eli Huntley, 1906. See evidence here of the sandy soil of Florida, and this is extremely interesting. Seashells on here. Looks like this was all seashells at one time. Very intricately done. Somebody took a lot of time to do this. Unfortunately, there's no name, so don't know who was buried here. That's interesting. You'd think with all that effort and work, they would have put the person's name here. They did not. I just saw this one because I thought this was interesting. It says a Florida cracker. This is obviously not an old one. Philip Fritzwell, 1933 to 2021, and this must be his parents here, and that's why he's there. Emma and James. And then there's more Fritzwells behind us. So this is the Fritzwell family plot. Got Maggie, daughter of Al and E.J. Brown, 1886, died at 15 years old. Infant son of Fritwell, 8 months old, 1892. And here we have John Philip Fritwell, Seaman U.S. Navy, died in 1938, must have been World War I. Well, folks, here's Waldo. Edwards is the name, 1882 to 1921. Finally found Waldo. This is Belle Edwards, 1916. I do want to look at this family plot. I just can't believe how these, you know, in the Midwest, these would be destroyed, really. I mean, they'd be corroded and in pieces, but they're pretty well preserved here. And the gate still here. Does the gate work? Oh, that is... Wow. Look at that, guys. The gate works. That's amazing. That is amazing. Let's see who's in here. N.E. Venable, 1836 to 1893. Then we have Elizabeth Venable, 1881 to 1951 for her. Wow, I've never seen an old family plot like this where the fence was intact, with the gate intact. Just amazing. Lucy Lewis Hocker, 1880 to 1881, just barely 1 year old. And we have Thomas Venable here, who died 1881. Oh boy, when did she die? Oh, I can't read. October 23rd. And then Thomas died December 26th. Then we have Susan Hocker here. That's one of the few I can't read. But that's incredible. I mean, over 140 years ago, can you imagine? People came through this same gate 140 years ago to mourn or celebrate the life of their loved ones. As I put the latch back in there, just like that. Absolutely incredible, guys. Okay, guys, I almost feel like I have to apologize because there's just so much to look at in here. I have to end the video at some point in time. Plus it is 90 degrees out here, so it is a little bit warm. And I love these Florida cemeteries. I have to say, these things are incredible. And thank you once again for joining me. This is an incredible walk through this old Florida cemetery, this huge Florida cemetery. I mean, we saw maybe 10%, and that's it. I mean, this is incredibly large. So thank you for joining me today. If you like my video, please hit that like button. If you like my content, please subscribe, because that does help me out. And as always, until next time, keep exploring.